Good morning, everybody. I'm Haunted, and today I thought we could do like a little get ready with me, like little makeup for like, I kind of have two lately go-to makeups that I do. Like one is more like a clean look, like a no makeup almost. And then the other one is like, you know, all of my notoriously morbid, like the dark lip and the sparkly eye and all that jazz. So today I just wanted to do like the more simple, like the clean look. And, you know, you can get ready with me if you want to. Let me know if you also enjoy any of these products that I use. So the first step that I would do is my eyebrows. And so I like to make sure that my skin is like as dry as possible. So that way it draws on easier than like if your skin is, for example, if you had moisturizer on the night before and so your skin has like a oily texture from the moisturizer or something like that. And so I just always wash my face first and then let it dry. So I've already done that for the sake of this video. I already washed my face so I can be sure that my eyebrows are like there's nothing on my face right now. Like it'll be easy as possible to draw. So the very first thing that I have here is for eyebrows, and it is like I've had such a problem with eyebrows my whole life. You know, I hate putting on eyebrows. Sometimes I just go around being a bald alien. Sometimes I try eyebrows and then I normally end up hating whatever I try and throwing it in the trash. This I actually kind of like lately, which is very rare for a brow product for me. It is Benefit and it's called Precisely My Brow. And it's in the lightest shade available, which I believe is called Cool Blonde. You know, I don't have a lot of like strong facial features, so I feel like a dark brow just looks really bizarre on me, so I always have to go with the lightest shade possible because it's gonna look darker than it is on me. So another thing I try to do is like my eyebrows are like white blondes and they're not super thick or anything. So I just kind of try to look in the mirror at the shape of my eyebrows and just try to like smooth them out with my fingers, just smooth them into the best shape possible. And what I like about this is you don't ever have to sharpen it. It has the twist top. That's one thing I really like about it. And then I just kind of try to start at the arch. And I try to get, you know, draw on, you know, while going in line with the natural line of my brows. I'll try to be as generous as I possibly can with getting that arch up high and then getting this front down low to try and actually give, you know, my eyebrows don't have a lot of shape, so I gotta try to be as generous as I can with giving them some semblance of a shape. And I try to draw them on fairly thin. You know, not like 1920s pencil thin or anything, but pretty thin overall. Because again, same reason that I go for the lightest color every time. Because I just don't have the kind of facial features that look right with a really strong brow. And so I have to work with what I've got. And so I'll just kind of keep going and keep going and keep building until I feel like I've got something that looks normal. And oftentimes I'll actually start with this brow when I'm not, you know, in front of the phone, and I can kind of get up in the mirror because this one is my favorite. You know, my eyebrows, they're sisters, but they're not twins. And I tend to like this one a little better. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll draw this one first, because it tends to have the strongest shape to it. And then I'll go over here to this one and try to emulate it as best as possible. So I'll kind of use this as like a visual template for that one oftentimes, because I like this one better. And it does always seem to end up, even with me penciling my brows in and being able to kind of shape them a little bit using the color, that still my eyebrows still look like sisters and not twins. But I think I get it close enough to where it's decent. So that's just me starting on my brows here. I'm gonna fill it in, keep filling it in a little bit more. Okay, and so now I have some eyebrows on in like a close enough, you know, satisfactory fashion. The next thing I'm gonna do is primer. And actually, you know, this little look or whatever doesn't involve any concealer, any foundation, any finishing powder, none of that. We don't need to put anything on our skin except for this amazing must-have product, which is by the brand Peter Thomas Roth, and it is called Skin to Die For No Filter Mattifying Primer and Complexion Perfector. You don't need a shade because it's not foundation, it's not tinted moisturizer, it's not any of that. It's just a primer, and so one shade fits all, okay? And all this is gonna do is just, you know, a lot of times I don't like to wear any foundation or concealer or any of that mess, you know? Who wants to bother with all that? Especially like, there's really only one brand that I'm in love with as far as foundation goes, and I only like to use it here and there. Because as you start to age, putting on foundation oftentimes just makes you look older. And so it's better as you get older to just be as fresh-faced as you can. And, you know, don't put on makeup that's going to make you look older. Now, if you do need a foundation, I would recommend It Cosmetics. I believe it's called CC Cream, but it's like a foundation. It's like a light foundation. In my experience, that does not make you look older. It just looks really, really nice. You know, I don't really need any of this on my forehead because I wear bangs. So I'm just kind of smoothing it onto anywhere that gets even the tiniest little bit of shine or glare, which entails my nose, my chin, and kind of this type of area. And not only is it going to take that glare off your skin, but it also just, you know, it helps to smooth out my redness, which, you know, I don't have super terrible redness or anything, but I have a little bit. And it turns red quite easily, of course, as a super pale person, but, you know, put a little on your under eye bags here, like just all of those imperfections. And of course the imperfections clearly are still there, but it just makes everything look a little bit more decent, okay? I love this stuff. It's just a really, really super easy. You don't have to have even a mirror. You don't have to have a brush, a sponge, nothing. It's just like a 5-second way to just feel a tiny bit better about how this is looking, you know? So that is step number 2. Then step number 3 is eyeliner. And we're gonna do top lashes only. I kind of tend to rotate. Like, I got this multi-pack of eyeliners from QVC, and it's Laura Geller, and it comes with like 2 big ones. There's a purple and a gray. So there's like 2 thick ones here, and then I have 2 skinny ones that came in the same set, QVC set, Laura Geller. And so I have like a brown and like a gray. You know, and I think maybe today I'll go with a thick one and just do the purple because, you know, purple's kind of fun. And we're just gonna line the top lash only. Try to do it fairly thin, as close to the lash line as you can. All right, so we've got our liner on, and the next step, step number 4, is going to be mascara. So one little silly thing that I like to do is I like to do 3 coats of mascara, and I like to do 3 different kinds of mascara because I just feel like that I'm going to get the best of all of them, you know, instead of just one. So actually these first 2, I tend to do like the crappiest one as the first layer and the best one as the third layer. So this first one I have here is really not a great mascara. It's by Signature Club A. I'm sure you could find something way better than this. But you know, after I use this up, I'm not going to buy it again. So I'm just going to do my first layer. The second one that I have is by Tarte, and it is called Lights Camera Lashes. It is better than Signature Club A, but again, it's not my favorite. I probably will not be buying that again. So if you have a few favorites, you know, you can sub these 2 out for something better. I think, you know, I've had a good mascara before from Dior. I think I've had good ones from CoverGirl. I think I've had good ones from Smashbox. Estee Lauder. Signature Club A has some cool stuff that I like, but the mascara ain't it. She does nice lipsticks. And she does a nice makeup remover. And skincare. So I'm just doing coat 2 here with the Tarte. I bought it because of the flamingos on it. This is actually a pretty old one. But I had it for a long time, like never opened, so it wasn't like, it's not like I've been using it for a million years. It was, you know, sealed and unopened, so it's still good. You know, with mascara you can kind of tell because it'll start getting all goopy when it's bad. Okay, I got layer number 2. And then I'm just going to do my very last layer, which is with the good stuff, the one that I do like and would purchase again, which is by Laura Geller, and it came in that same kit as the eyeliners. It's called Laura Geller Kajal Longwear Mascara. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but this is the good one. So put this on. Okay, and now that we've got our mascara on, the next step is blush. So there's 2 different kinds of blush you could use. We're going to use a liquid blush. And that's just because like we're doing very natural skin, like nothing on the skin but primer. And I want the blush to look like really natural. And I feel like the liquid blushes like really sink into your skin and look natural, and versus powder looks more of a powdery finish, you know, it's more obvious. I would use a powder if I was putting on foundation, but since I'm not putting on any foundation, I like to use the liquids. So there's 2 options. The first one is Benefit, and I have the shade Flora Tint, but there's several different shades of this. You can use this for cheeks and for lips if you want to. And then we have my favorite one, which is by Pixi Cosmetics. You can get this at Target. And it is called Sheer Cheek Gel Cheek Stain. And I got the darkest shade. It comes in 3 shades, I believe. This is the darkest one. But you have to understand, like, even though it looks like a super dark red, it's very, very sheer. So you can control how it looks. So I'm just gonna get a little on my finger here and just dot it along and just I do like to get it up towards the temple too, like 80s style, y'all. I'm in the 80s. And this is looking pretty red, but like I said, my skin turns red really easily, and we're like sitting here patting it. Like it will fade out some in a second and look more natural than this. Okay, so now that we're finished with the blush, the next step is the last step of the makeup part of the Get Ready With Me, which is the lip. And there's a few different options of lip. And then we're going to move on to do something with this hair. Shh, Sammy. So there's several different options you could do for lip. The first one I have here is, we actually got this in FabFitFun. It's Perricone MD. And it is part of their no makeup lipstick. There it is. It says no makeup lipstick. And let's see if there's a shade name here. It doesn't appear that there's a shade name, but there's only two shades. There's a lighter and a darker. This is the darker. It's kind of a very sheer wash of berry. It's really nice. Then we have this Laura Mercier in the shade 303 Jeanne, Jeanne, and it's like a very, very pretty mauve. And I like to pair this with this eyeliner, which is by Laura Mercier, and it's in the shade Hazelnut Tea. So that's a really nice one that I enjoy doing. And then the third option I brought is by Pixi. Pixi collab with Louise Rowe. Cream Rouge palette. This is not available on Target, but it is available on pixibeauty.com. And it's only 20 bucks for all of these shades, which to me is like a steal because look how super fun it is to have all these colors. And one thing I did want to mention about this is the only thing I don't like about it is that they seem to be a little bit on the dry side, but that's a really easy fix because all you need to do is just make sure you put on a little chapstick before you put your color on. So I'm just using my Sacred Space Crate chapstick that we got. And then I have a little lip brush so that I don't have to get my fingers dirty and I can paint it on more precisely than like a big fat finger. But yeah, let's take a look. I'm just gonna try this one, even though it looks really, really light, just because I'm curious how it'll look. And I haven't tried it yet. But yeah, I really like having this for 20 bucks. All these different really nice colors. So I'm just painting it on. And it is really, really light. Typically with this look, what I like to do is like a mauve or a berry. Which is why I recommended these two. There are a lot of shades in here that also are nice. As you can see, like over on this side, we have some like plums and mauves. And then also these like hot pink type of colors I feel like would pop and look really, really nice. This one is kind of like it's giving me very mod, you know, very concealer lips, very 60s. But it'll be fine for today. At least I got to try it out. It's not bad. It's not bad. Just being, it might be for somebody that is a little darker or something. So there's a little more contrast, but it's okay. So the next thing we're going to do is hair. Basically, I'm just going to brush out this rat's nest and straighten my bangs with this Conair. And then I'm going to curl my hair with this Conair. It's just, you know, you can use any old curling iron. I think it's like, I'm not sure, an inch or an inch and a half barrel, maybe inch and a half barrel, and just go all over. The only thing I tend to really do is just like split my hair in half after I've brushed it out, of course, which I'm about to do. And then, you know, I'll take half and clip it up, and then I'll work on this side. And then after I finish curling this side, I'll spray it. And then take this side down, work on this side, and then spray it. And I'll show you the hairspray that I use. We've got our makeup done. I'm just brushing my hair. If anyone has a really good brush recommendation, I've had the same brush for years and years, and I wouldn't mind to get another one, but every time I buy one, I don't like it, you know? And I guess that's because I usually like to have a soft bristled brush. Like this is mostly soft bristles, and then it has a few of the like little white plastics in between. But it seems like nowadays the soft bristled brushes that they make, they don't go through your hair. Like I heard some shit about like, oh, it's just to make your hair shine or whatever. Like all brushes are supposed to do that. All brushes. So why would you buy one just for that? That's stupid. If your hair is a rat's nest and it's looking dull and crappy, when you brush it, it should look shinier. That should be all brushes. Any brush should be able to go through your hair. Like, why would you buy it if it doesn't go through your hair? But these soft bristled ones, they don't make them like this anymore. So this one is by Ambassador Germany. I don't know if they make it anymore. I've thought about buying a Mason Pearson, but they're expensive as crap, and I didn't want to waste the money on something that I'm going to end up throwing in the trash. So if anyone has tried Mason Pearson brush, let me know. Yeah, but my hair is not hard to brush through. It's very thin. But these stupid brushes today just won't even go through it. So I did find like a neat little tool. And then I like to take my hair back like this and comb all my bangs out so that I can make sure I'm straightening all of my bangs. And I'm about to go straighten them. But I found this little tool by the brand Crown Affair. And it's a brush cleaner. So if you get like little dust bunnies in your brush, you can use this that gets them out. Because if you have tried using your fingers before, it pulls the brushes out because your fingers are not very precise. But this helps to get the dusties out of your brush and keep it fresh. Like since I've had this brush forever and ever, a million years. Of course, like I wash it out in the tub sometimes, but I also like to do this to try and make it last since I can't find a decent brush anywhere. yeah, so then I'm just going to straighten my bangs first and then curl it. So just split my hair down the middle here. Take this and just kind of get it out of the way so I can focus on one thing at a time. So I'll be doing my bangs, and then I'll be doing this half of my hair. So one thing that I wanted to add before we get on getting this hair curled is to just put on a cute, fun, spooky, hopefully Halloween themed t-shirt, like a fresh t-shirt instead of this ratty old thing. And I like to do that before I curl my hair, just so that way like I'm not changing clothes afterwards and then messing my hair all up. Okay, so I've got the first half done, and I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. It is healthy, sexy hair, and I really like this one. It's called Surf Rider because it has mimosa flower extract and moonstone. You know, unfortunately my hair is not the greatest at holding curl. You can see it already looks like it's fallen out along here. So I just try to spray it to help it hold. And now on to the other side. And having curled both sides now and sprayed both sides and allowed to dry, I'm just gonna take a wide tooth comb. This one belonged to my dear sweet mommy because I don't know what happened to mine that I used to have. And just kind of, if it needs any shape, I actually ran out of that one that I was showing you, that hairspray that I like, and so I finished using L'Oreal Elnet hairspray that I had bought just to try out because, you know, it's always in the Allure Beauty Awards and stuff like that. This stuff is too hard, too crunchy, too hard, no movement. Look at that, my hair's all stuck together. Use the one I showed you, not the L'Oreal Elnet. I'm probably gonna throw that hairspray in the trash. But yeah, we're done. So this is that look. I'm gonna do my other look at some point in the future. Now we're ready to do an unboxing video. Only it's 8 o'clock now and I have to go to work. So maybe on lunch break, if I get a chance to, barring anything else that could come up that I need to do on my lunch break, but we'll see what happens. I do want to take just a few minutes to remind you that I do have an Etsy shop back up and running again. If you would be so kind as to check it out. It is a brand new Etsy account. I'm not using the old one anymore because I wanted to be able to create one that was under the name of Haunted Treasures, so it matches the channel. And because, you know, the boxes are Haunted Treasures, primarily what I want to be doing is blind date with a book, spooky, Halloweeny, 365 mystery boxes where you would get a surprise book and then, you know, extra stuff too, depending on what size box you get. I do want to at some point do a plant box, a small number of plant boxes, but the one that I just recently posted that I'm so excited for, I really wanted to show you. It's $56 plus shipping. It comes to $64 after shipping, plus, you know, if Etsy tax on any taxes, you know, I'm not responsible for taxes. That varies based on your state. Look how adorable this is. It's wood. It's painted wood. Adorable little spooky Halloween box. Painted on the inside. And it's a jewelry mystery box. So you would get this, and then you would get bracelets and necklaces. So what you would get and the amount that you would get could vary based on what items I pick for you, how much they cost, because I'm going to make sure everybody's has the same amount of value in their box. So some people might get more, some people might get less if their pendant was more expensive or something like that. But basically what you would be getting is a minimum of 2 Halloween bracelets. And just some examples of Halloween bracelets would be like this. These are mine. You may receive similar ones. I really like these a lot. And that's kind of the last step of our get ready with me, is to either put on a necklace or a few bracelets. I'm going to do these bracelets. You know, I've got my Spooky, my Losers Club, Dairy Maine Losers Club going on. And yeah, so all I need is a few spooky bracelets, and then I'm ready for my day. So you would get at least 2 bracelets, similar in style to these. Or they could be beaded bracelets, but most of the ones I have are string like this. So a minimum of 2 of those. Then you would also get a minimum of 1 spooky Halloween necklace. And I'll just show you a couple of examples of those. I have these. These are all the same color beads, but that's just because I was using up the first pack that I opened. I have lots and lots of more different colors, combinations of beads, and we'll be making lots and lots of cute Halloween spooky necklaces. So we have, you know, orange, black, white, copper, yellow seed beads, and then they each have like a cute little spooky charm. Like we have skeleton, skull, and candle. These just need an extender chain on them and then they're ready to go, which I should be getting tomorrow, I think, in the mail. Cute little bat. And I made all these necklaces and candle. And then you would also get at least 1 crystal bracelet. So just to show you a couple of examples of that, we have these pretty pale ametrine 4mm bracelets. You could get one of those. Right, also, I only have 1 of these. I just made it last night. This gorgeous black agate. Isn't that pretty? So you get at least 1 crystal bracelet. I only have 1 of these. So snatch up a box today if you want this. Another cute little thing you could get if I'm like adding in extra necklace to add extra value to the box or something like that, is I have these cute little spooky black chain necklaces. Like I have this one with the cute little bat. I have this one with the little coffin. Love these. They're so cute. I just put these together last night too. I worked on it a lot last night. And then of course the box is part of the value of it as well. Such a cute box. I love those. And then you would get at least 1 crystal pendant. And I have a bunch of different pendants, but I'm only going to show you a few examples. I do have turtle ones on the way, amethyst turtles. I do have, you know, but it's a mystery box, so nothing is guaranteed. I do have like a few pendants on the way that have like little bats on them. I do have a few pendants that's like an acorn with a tiny little spider on them. So this is one example of a crystal pendant. We've got a pretty orange cord with a, look at that. I think it's called Hyper's theme. Look at that sparkle and shine. You know, and so thank you so much if you do get one of these jewelry mystery boxes. I'll leave the link in the description box. And also, just if you're watching this video and you leave me a little comment or hit like or something like that and just say, hey, like, thank you so much, because we've lost like 10 subscribers over the past several days. And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and cry over spilled milk when the milk was probably rotten to begin with. But if you're here and you're watching and you're hanging out with me, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. This is another example. Beautiful purple cord with amethyst, obsidian. I think that's obsidian if I'm remembering right. Clear quartz and beautiful silver flower. It's not sterling silver, it's just silver plated, okay? Silver plated pendants. Look how pretty that is. I love these. So cool. And then I brought over one more other pendant to show you. I have a bunch of these amethysts. I only have one of the Hyper's theme right now. I think I have one more on the way. I only have one of the snowflake here. This is really pretty. Black cord. Snowflake obsidian pendant. Isn't that cool? I love this one. But like every single one of these necklaces, girl, I'm like, I want to keep it. But alas, I cannot do so. I have so much jewelry already. And this is supposed to be for the shop. But I love all these pendants so much. I'm just crazy about them. Yeah, so that's just some little examples of bracelets and necklaces that you could get in your cute little spooky Halloween 365 jewelry box. Crystal Love box. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you if you do check out the Etsy and choose to support the channel. I haven't got my first sale on it yet. I really want to try to get my first sale on the account because I'm worried that people will see no reviews and then not want to buy anything. So that would really help me out if I could get that first one and and leave me a 5-star review. I'll make it really good for you. And thank you so much for joining me. I do have one box that I never unboxed from when I was taking my break. That it's been sitting there for like a couple of months now. So maybe we can open that together this afternoon. I will try. I'll do my best. Again, thank you so much for joining me and have a wonderful day.